racing like that. Wonderful speedway.
For the meeting tonight then, really pleased to be joined by Nikolai Brooks-Jakobsen, who's been riding really well for his team on the TV and so on for BT Sport, and that it's going very well for you at the moment, Nikolai, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I struggled a bit mid-season and, had 2 weeks break where I found myself, found like what I like to do and, suddenly figure out what to do as well.
It's all clicking in. Is that something to do with setup and the fact that you've been to many of the tracks now and I guess you write them down and you've got a base setup to use?
Yeah, definitely. It helps a lot when you've been the places before, like you know how the track develops and stuff during the meeting. So yeah, as well as I bought a new engine for over here, it took me a few meetings to figure out how to set it up and stuff. So I feel everything's going well at the minute.
Well, you certainly provide a lot of entertainment and scoring a lot of points. Generally, though, coming over to British League, how do you find that as in racing that league compared to your other leagues out there?
Yeah, that's one of the things that tricked me a bit because last season I didn't sign over here. Well, I signed mid-season for Berwick and only did one meeting, and I had to pull out for the rest of the year. But the trouble is, like, the starts and the tracks are a bit different compared to abroad, and that tricks you a bit. Like in the starts and stuff, and as soon as you get used to it again, it works out well.
And they could say you're flying.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, coming back to tonight's meeting, every team now that are in that playoff contention, if you like, is becoming very interesting at the top of the table, and nerves are jangling to make sure that the points are on the board. So, very important meeting tonight.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be have a call for doing this. Instead of sitting at home, you want to ride your bike, and when you show your form and everything is going well, you have them calls, and I'm just pleased that I can be a part of it.
And all I could say is welcome back to Somerset, and hope you have a good, safe night, score lots of points and ride fast, yeah?
Thank you.
Thanks
Cheers.
for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have Sam Masters with us. Sam, having a great season this year, riding well, and Wolverhampton still in there for the playoff spot. It's still getting tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's been pretty good. Probably not as good as we like with injuries and all that, but we need a big one here tonight. We need to get some points, so we're all going to be going for it, and we're going to be up for it. And at the end of the day, what's meant to be will be, and we're going to be doing our best. So we're going to miss Rory, obviously, but we know what we've got to do to get the points.
I guess for the riders' point of view, you guys are really focused on what you've got to do, but the fans, they're number crunching now. they're looking at the league, they're thinking which team are where, and you've got stuff happening that you will be on your phones checking later on the matches elsewhere as well, because it really is that tight.
It's the same every year, really. Everyone's pushing to get to the playoffs, and the last couple of years we've been pretty lucky. We've been at the top and pretty comfortably with a few meetings to go, but not like that this year. We've got to push all the way to the end, and we're really hungry to make the playoffs, because after next Wednesday, if we're not in the playoffs, we're done. So we don't want that. We want to have a few meetings before we obviously go home to Aussie or come into the winter, and we definitely want to be there. We're going to be putting the biggest effort we can in, and hopefully it's good enough.
Back to the Oaktree Arena tonight. Do you like the track here?
Well, I rode for him for a few years, but it's a lot different now than it was then. So I don't mind it. I've had good ones, I've had bad ones, but hopefully tonight's a good one. So as long as I'm riding my bike, I don't really care. I'm pretty happy.
And you're enjoying being a Wolf this year and being under the direction of Peter Adams as well?
Yeah, this is my third season with the Wolves now, and it's definitely one of the best clubs I race for in the UK. So I definitely enjoy turning up there every week and racing for this club, and I get along really good with Pete and Chris and the rest of the boys. So this Speedway's enjoyable for me at the minute.
That's what we like to hear. Thanks ever so much. Stay safe, ride fast, and let's entertain the crowd out there, yeah?
Awesome, thank you.
We're joined by Jake Allen, not riding tonight, obviously, after the big crash last week. Jake, first of all, how are you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm getting better every day, so that's good. I just thought I'd come out and support the boys tonight, and hopefully they can get the win.
Now, obviously, we know that the sport, it can really bite you when it decides to, and the layoff is never easy, because you guys want to be out on that track and want to be riding the bike. So with that in mind, when you come and you are seeing it, is it frustrating while you're here?
Yes and no. It's a part of the speedway game, is crashing and having injuries and that sort of thing. So it's not such a bad thing, especially when you're quite busy, to have a week off. But it's never the right circumstances having that week off through crashing. But of course I would rather be riding tonight. But it's not the end of the day. I'm be riding in a week's time. So happy days.
So hopefully with some good result tonight for the team, and obviously results happening elsewhere tonight as well. Somerset could well come away tonight with that guaranteed playoff place, which I guess for you riders means extra meetings, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah, definitely. We want to try and push for that top spot, like you said before. Then we can pick where we go in the playoffs, and I think that'll be once we make the playoffs officially. I think that's what we'll be pushing for next, is that top spot. But Kingsland are good at the minute, and they've got the ball rolling. So hopefully when they're here on Tuesday, we can stop that roll and hopefully take their momentum and make it ours and go all the way to the top.
Now, we've just been speaking, obviously your mum's been over for a few weeks as well from Australia, and your father came over earlier on in the season as well. Great to see them coming over and supporting you as a family, even though that they are the other side of the world. So do they keep a lot in contact when you're on the mobile phone and so on? How do you get on tonight and what's happening?
Yeah, definitely. With my phone contract, I got unlimited data, so I can, FaceTime, call them whenever. So usually on the way back from a meeting, I got a couple-hour drive. I can just call up mum or dad and have a chat to them while I'm driving. So it's always good, and having them here is always a bonus. Having dad here just for some help on the tools, and got my granddad here as well. Same thing again, like hand on the tools in the workshop, and just another pair of hands really to spread the workload. And mum helps out where she can. She washes all my Kevlars and my body armour and all that sort of thing. So it's definitely good having mum here, and she goes Friday. This Friday coming, so got a couple of days left, and then I'm by myself for the rest of the year, and be back home mid-October probably, and back in the sunshine.
I think no one can underestimate the fact of how family can be so important to your racing career and getting you through, especially when you're away from home. Having said that, what makes being here at Somerset so special? It's got a different buzz about it, and it is quite different here, personal.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good club to be at. It's a family-run club, like everyone says, and you get I guess maybe like a sort of sense of home. If you're struggling a bit, everyone sort of gets around you and tries to encourage you, where maybe at other clubs they might not do that. It's more of a business. So yeah, definitely don't take things for granted here, and it's good. just try not struggle and try and score points.
And as Francis says, our boys.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Francis is as good as gold, and so is Bill and everyone else here at Somerset. So, yeah, it's one of the best clubs in the country, and I'm glad to have had my time here and hopefully more seasons to come.
Well, have a great night, Jake. You get to sit out and relax tonight and offer your help in the pits where possible. But just enjoy it, mate, and we'll see you back. Hopefully, fingers crossed for the playoffs. Back strong, fit, and scoring loads of points for us, yeah?
Perfect. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Here we have the man with the coin, who spent Saturday mending the punctured air fences. Great, well done to you. And Jakob Purcell is captain for tonight, in Rory Schline's absence, and it will be Jakob who calls. Tails for Jakob. Tails it is. And immediately Jakob Purcell chooses 1 and 3. So over to the introductions for tonight's match, starting with number 1, which is rider replacement, and number 2, Manchester-born former Rebel Kyle Howarth, and number 3, 25-year-old Danish rider Jonas B. Anderson, and number 4, another former Rebel, Sam Masters. And number 5, Swedish international, Jakob Purcell. And number 6, Englishman Ashley Morris. And guessing at number 7 tonight, James Sargent. And over to the Rebels, another scintillating performance at Hull on Monday. Our own Premier League Riders Champion and current World Champion, Jason Doyle. Partnering at number 2 is Aaron Summers. At number 3, our all-action Argentinian Nico Pavati. At number 4, guesting from Swindon tonight, Adam Ellis. And at number 5, the signing of the season, Jack Holder. At number 6, always good to see him back here, guesting tonight for his podcast. And number 7, also guesting former White House Dane, Nikolai Plus Jakobsen. then Jack Oldham is incredible to watch. He appears to get faster and faster each lap, resulting in more scintillating cars. Tremendous Speedway. The winning red are Wolverhampton Wolves. Put your hands together for the Somerset Rebels. Second goal in the season, second year in the top family, and we're through to the playoffs. And also many thanks tonight to the guests that have stood in the door on the well done, mate. Adam, Bob and Nikolai.
In the end, I thought Jack Holder was the one that deserved the trophy tonight. Jack Holder! Come on, Jack! Thank you very much. Steve, thank you very much to come up and present the trophy. Thank you. Well, Jack, it was a sort of like a hard season, but we've got now to the playoffs, and you had a terrific night yourself. Paid maximum 11 plus 1.
Finally. Yeah, I had to work for it in the Heat 13, so you know, I've been so close before getting a maximum, so I didn't want to do Heat 15.
You've had a little bit of a lull the last sort of like couple of weeks, but tonight you seem to come back on right on top again.
Yeah, I thought I hadn't been going too bad.
Oh, well, apart from getting strung up with the tapes here last week.
Yeah, my chains broke, so you know, you can't go when you got no chains on.
No, 2 switchbacks in one lap, effectively, for yourself there.
Yeah, you know, I was asleep at the start, as you could all see, so you know, it's a lot harder when you don't make the start, you know, and you know, Heat 13's a tough heat with both heat leaders, and yeah, I had to work for that one.
Since we've had this new shell on the track now, it seems to be riding like a billiard. I mean, from where we stand anyway, it seems to be racing like a billiard table. Doesn't seem to be an awful lot of ruts or anything like that now. You can commit yourself?
I don't know what track you're looking at. You know, yeah, all the ruts are sort of gone, but it's still pretty wavy, but you know, we can't have it all. But yeah, definitely the track's a lot better, and you know, hats off to everyone that's put into work and to get it good, and you know, the outside line's starting to work now, and you know, that's the line I like to be on.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, with this track here, I mean, you can gain a lot of speed, and then, like we did see with Jason as well as yourself, to create those switchbacks.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a nice racing track when it's prepared nice. So yeah, as long as they keep doing that, I think hopefully we'll win the playoffs and get to the final.
Good one. Let's have a big hand for the track staff, by the way, for what they've done this last year. Thank you very much, Jack. Oh, thanks for coming up, Todd. And thanks for helping us out again tonight. I think seeing you ride tonight is one of the best times I've seen you ride here for you know, a few seasons here at the Oak Tree Arena.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, it's good to be back at the old stomping grounds, but yeah, when Gazza asked me, it was a no-brainer, really. I'm happy to come and help out, and you know, Somerset are doing really well this year, and yeah, they're going to be tough in the playoffs, so we wish them all the best.
I think you actually scored more than what Brady did here a couple of weeks ago.
Who?
No, actually, you know, I did say just now, for the 3 guests that we've had with Adam, yourself and Nikolai, you know, you guys have fitted into the team tonight, and, you know, you've helped with the backbone of the team to be able to get us into the playoffs here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Like I just said to Doyley then in the change rooms, I actually really enjoyed tonight. It was good fun. Obviously, I know Jason and Jack pretty well, and yeah, everything worked pretty smooth in the pit, so yeah, it was a good night all around.
So overall, how's your season gone altogether? Obviously riding the championship as well.
Compared to last year, downhill. Obviously Sheffield didn't do so well. Last year was, yeah, we couldn't really put a foot wrong, but this year just absolutely nothing went right for us. Yeah, if I knew what the answer was, then I'd tell you, but I wouldn't have a clue. Yeah, it's kind of one you just got to scratch off and start again fresh next year.
I mean, that is Speedway, isn't it? It is a very much an up and down sport, you know, whether it's equipment or whether it's the team, or sometimes it's the mental attitude, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, there's thousands of different outcomes to, you know, why something won't work, but, you know, we haven't had any problems with the track. The management's great up there, and, you know, on paper everything should work, but it hasn't, and like you said, that's just Speedway for you, and sometimes you've got to cop it on the chin and grin and bear it.
Well, thank you very much for coming tonight and helping the Rebels out, and I know that you gave 100% there, as with the other two guests as well. So thank you very much, Todd.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. You gave 100% effort, as you always do in every race.
Yeah, it's not the best race for me tonight, but so happy for the team, for the playoff, because I know we work very hard on riders, so it's a good result. Yeah, for me tonight is not the best. The start, you know, like a little slow in the start, in the gates, and but it's good finish. I think, you know, in the end we work very hard in the bike, and it's working good. Yeah.
Well, you were given the opportunity for Heat 15 and that, but you were charging hard there all the way, and could have been second place there.
Yeah, I try, you know, to push in the 5-1, but Torso is fast, and try to follow me, but the bike is a little spinning in the last race, so just a missing, you know. But it's okay now. We looking for the playoff and try, you know, make a good point. I think have a massive chance now.
The speed on the track was just as fast on the outside line as what it was on the inside.
Yeah, the track tonight is fantastic. Every week coming a little better, and today is many lines to ride, and the outside is fast line. Jack Holder is fly, and Jason as well. So I think now the track is consistent every week, and it's good for the home rider, you know, to understand the bikes and the track.
I don't know if any of you have actually been in the pits there pre-meeting, but Nico is actually set up beside Jason. Does Jason actually give you advice for the track?
Yeah, always, you know. Every race, after my race, he come in and help me every time, and it's fantastic experience, you know. Stay with the world champion, and, you know, watch everything on him, and his mechanic is fantastic. So I think he's very good people.
Do you find that's exceptional here at the Oak Tree Arena for Somerset, or have you found that at other tracks as well?
No, for me, this experience is very good, because I ride many years in Ipswich. So when you change the team, you see different, you know, people, different system, you know, and me and my mechanic, we see when Gary work, you know, with the rider, and it's fantastic, because every race he come into the rider and helping and try to make a confidence and push it, you know. So for the rider it's good have, you know, people like Gary, you know, to make a concentration every race, and it's good. I think he's best team manager, honestly.
Oh, that's brilliant to hear. We love to see you here at Somerset, and that's for sure. Isn't that right, ladies and gents? At the beginning of the season, it looked a little bit doubtful, but the second half of the season, as a lot of the other clubs as well, we've pulled through.
Yeah, you start off with a team, and obviously always gets changed, and made a few changes, and I think that's really good. You know, we've you know, brought Nico in and that, and really well boosted the side, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, tonight as well, with 3 riders down, a good selection of guests as well, who put 100% in riding for the Rebels tonight.
Yeah, I just put all out on the table at home, and I think if I can get that rider who's as good as him, I always try and pick the best guests I can, and I think I've done it over the last 2 days, you know, and the boys, the guests rode tremendous, you know. I mean, we got in the playoffs, you know. I'm so happy, you know, I mean, for getting the playoffs. Little old Somerset's there now, and we're there.
Do you keep a little black book with all the... Yeah, thank you. Do you keep a little black book there with all the riders that do perform, visiting riders that do perform here at the Oak Tree Arena?
No, it's all up there, no book.
Ah, the secret society. No, actually, tremendous effort tonight from all the lads, and I think we've just proven tonight just how strong Somerset can be to reach the place where we are now.
Yeah, you know, everyone probably wrote us off at the beginning of the season, and that, you know, probably looked top heavy. But like I said, you know, things happen. We change riders, and riders get better. And we made them change. I know I might have got slagged off a few times, but you know, it's my decision, and well, I think I've done the right one. Do you know what I mean? But you know, we just keep going on now. And we get to the playoffs now, and then see what happens, and then hopefully get to that final.
Do we know? I mean, obviously we've got. I think it's confirmed that Jason is available for next Tuesday.
Yeah, Jason Doyle. The only one that's not available for next Tuesday is Nico, because he's got one at Glasgow. But I'll just book a guest, and he's already out there already. I've got to ring him tonight, and it'll be sorted.
Oh, great one. So we've got all the 1 to 7 next week, all but Nico.
Yeah, Richard will be back. Well, I'm waiting on Jake. He's going to run ride at Scunthorpe this week, and he's going to let me know over the weekend if he's fit. If he's not fit, I'll just have to use a guest in the next week. And Bradders is back as well, so you know we're looking to try again. So
in the pits, I mean the spirit of the team must be absolutely electric in there.
It's awesome. You know, we was down at Poole the other day, and Aaron's bike was a bit of a mess and everything, you know. And it was like I live in Poole, and I've been to Poole, and their track staff was behind me, and I had Jason Doyle stripping the bike out, I had other mechanics, and everyone's just working together. You know, even Jack was there, and he was just helping everything. And the Poole people couldn't believe it. You know, the team spirit on there, and they're just awesome. You know, at the moment it's really, really good.
So the team spirit isn't just the riding on the track; it's the whole picture of one guy helping another guy out in the pits.
Yeah, because you go to some tracks and a bike is damaged, right, and it's just the mechanic and maybe one else. But if you'd seen it at Poole the other day, they're all there. Every single one of them was there, and it's just fantastic, you know. And that's the way it should be, you know. I don't like this. Oh, I just work for him, so I'm not helping you. Do you know what I mean? You got help out everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And that's what brings the team together. And you know, we've always done that. When we was in the lower leagues, everyone helped, you know. And how many titles did we win? So we're after this one. Me and Deborah Bill are after this one. I tell you now.
Well, we got to go for it. Thank you very much, Gary. It's good to speak to you again. Big hand for Gary, mate, everyone. Cheers, mate. All the best.